Thank you for tuning in today to the Kim's Corner TV show. My guests are Connie Jordan from Sweet Situations, Harold Jones, candidate for District 9 Commission seat, Dr. Richard Epter with Augusta Paint Center, and Deanna Brown Thomas with JAMP. Stay with me. Today, Connie Jordan with Sweet Situations is joining us. She's a baker, and she has a lot of goodies and sweets that she's brought here for us to test out. She's located actually on Bungalow Road, 2241 Bungalow Road. And Connie, thanks for coming and joining us today.
Thank you.
Can you tell me a little bit about what your shop is all about and what you do?
Well, I just specialize in making cakes for all occasions.
Mm-hmm.
And
cakes and cupcakes?
Cupcakes, cookies, anything you can think of.
And do you cater to like weddings and special events?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How long have you been in this business?
Going on 2 years.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
How did you get started?
Probably it happened like a couple years ago. I was like bored, and I needed something to occupy my mind, so I started baking.
Okay.
And then I felt like it was a good, like a career. I could make it a career.
Yeah. This is something that a lot of people don't realize, because I know you were in school, and you know, sometimes your train of what you're doing in the course of your life may change. So sometimes in an effort to still remain productive and do something positive in the community, you have to change with it, because nothing is constant. Everything is about change. And so I'm so happy. I really want to taste this so bad. You guys just don't know. It's very tempting because I have a major sweet tooth. And Connie's already made these special things. Now, what you can't see on the inside is that Connie this is a key lime cake. And it has like a buttercream frosting, and it has like pecans on the top of it. Now, she does like red velvet, she does chocolate cakes, caramel cakes, but you also do some other things. You're also a seamstress,
yes.
I hear. Tell me about what you do with that.
Well, I work at my mother's biker shop, and I'm there like every day sewing for her.
Okay.
That's basically what I do, is just sew.
Where's the biker shop located, and what's it called?
It's called Christian's Biker Shop.
Okay.
And it's on Bungalow Road.
Okay. And you are the seamstress there. You sew on what, patches and
patches, or hem, pants, or anything that needs to be sewn.
You are very she's multi-talented. So I want everybody to come out and visit the shop. It's called what again?
Christian Biker Shop.
Christian's Biker Shop, and it's on Bungalow Road. And you can also see at the end of the show, we'll have her website for Sweet Situations and the Christian Biker Shop, where she'll also have some of her goodies on display. So just in case you got some bikers out there who feel like, oh, I'm just a biker manly person, you got to get some of her sweets. I want to also ask you, this is a family-owned business. Your mom, I had the pleasure of meeting your mom recently at an activity, and this is a passion for her with the patches in the biker shop. Tell us, what all do you have inside of the biker shop?
We specialize in like accessories like jackets, chaps, helmets, things like that.
Okay. Now, are you able to come out to, like, how many people could you cater to? Like, say, for instance, if somebody, for example, was having a company or a corporation Christmas party or Thanksgiving party, and you could get Connie to come out and bake your baked goods. How many people can you accommodate as far as what you do as far as your sweets?
I mean, it doesn't matter if you place an order, then I can get it done for you.
Okay, what size of cakes do you have? 'Cause I think one time we talked and you said, I have 6-inch.
6-inch, 8-inch, 9-inch, 10-inch, 12-inch, any size.
Right, and you can do various designs. Now, even though we see here, we've got cupcakes here, we've got the devil's food with the chocolate icing on it. You have the yellow cake mix that has the white icing. If you can see this, she has a little spider on there. I mean, how creative is that? But the end thing right now is the cake pops. Of course, I'm going to pick up the pink one. I really think this is so awesome. Do you mind if I taste this right now? Okay, because this is beautiful. And I'm a sweet tooth person, so let's see what this tastes like. How much are the cake pops?
They're $12 a dozen, and then $13 for each additional dozen.
This is delicious. What's inside here?
Pineapple.
Pineapple and what else? I'm tasting
White chocolate.
There we go. That's what I'm tasting. This is magnificent. Everybody, please check out Connie Jordan, Sweet Situations, at the Christian Biker Shop, 2241 Bungalow Road. Thanks for joining me, Connie.
Thank you.
At Southern Women's Obstetrics and Gynecology, Doctors Teresa Christie and Mary Murray are proud to offer innovative and compassionate care for every phase of a woman's life. Now accepting new patients. Call today, 706-738-2605. Evening and Saturday appointments are available. Southern Women's Obstetrics and Gynecology, 706-738-2605.
Joining me right now is Harold Jones. He's running for District 9 Commissioner. Harold Jones has a wide array of things that he's accomplished in this community in his lifetime. Harold, you have already been on the show before, so you know, we know that you've done a lot of things in this community. You held the position of Solicitor General for how long?
I held the position of solicitor from 2004 to 2009.
Okay. And after that?
Now I'm a partner in a law firm called Shepard, Plunkett, Hamilton, and Boudreaux.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah,
and you are in the race for?
District 9 County Commission. District 9 is a county commission super district, and it covers District 1, District 2, District 4, and District 5. And basically I tell people it covers basically all of South Augusta from Tobacco Road up into basically the Walton Way area downtown. So that's what we cover.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now, I wanted to just take an opportunity to say that we did allow time for Marion Williams, who's also running for the same district. However, he was unable to make it. So we're going to go ahead and get into some of the things that you think that you can do to improve in your district. What are your plans if you win this office?
Well, District 9 is a very diverse district, actually. It has a lot of different opportunities, some issues facing it, but a lot of opportunities. For instance, of course, we know downtown is being built up and kind of growing, and that's a great thing. But we also have to manage that with some of the other issues that affect District 9, such as the flooding problems that affect District 9. A lot of persons don't realize that in the 30901 zip code, 56% of those persons actually live below the poverty level. So that's an issue that we have to address. When we talk about District 1 and 2, the flooding issue is an issue that has to be addressed also, because that's a major problem. As we kind of move up to our South Augusta area, then we start talking about access to services. One of the things I hear from South Augusta residents all the time is, you know, they would like to get better restaurants and better opportunity, better retail. So it's a very different type of district with different opportunities, what I call them. Instead of saying they're challenges, they're more like opportunities to do some good things.
That's a good way of looking at that, because, you know, sometimes people have a tendency to look at the problem and focus in on that. But what I like about what you're saying is that, you know, you understand the opportunities to improve.
That's exactly
right.
And
so, and that's a very good attitude to have. Now, as far as the flooding is concerned, because that is a very serious concern, you know, we work along with the Waterworks Department. I know there are flooding issues pretty much in a lot of different areas, but for some reason that specific district or that area in the downtown area seems to have a lot of sewage problems as well.
It does, but here's the interesting point about that. Actually, it's District 2, which is the highest floodplain, but the next district is actually District 7. Which is kind of surprising, but it actually is District 7, has the next highest floodplain. So actually that's a place where you can have agreement between two commissioners right there. You know, we always talk about commissioners getting along and things of that nature.
Yes.
But look at that. That's actually a place of agreement between District 2 and District 7. Two really diverse districts, District 7 being more West Augusta, District 2 being more East Augusta. Two really different districts, but look at where they actually have something in common, where those two commissioners, including myself, can always come together and at least address that one problem.
Right, because in the District 7 area, this is the Berkman Road area,
Right, exactly.
across from the Augusta National, and there's a serious problem there. We have a lot of, the Masters traffic that's coming in and out of there. The problems are also stemming from the Rays Creek area.
Right, exactly.
So I think that the person in that district right now, we've attempted to make some changes or some adjustments, but what your vision would be to address that, how would you physically, what would you be able to do to help the people who are already suffering with flood damage from their homes, or how would you handle that situation?
There's actually a couple of things. Number one is we have to realize that we've kind of already sort of addressed it, at least in theory. In 2004, the county actually commissioned a study, over $200,000 that we paid for it, to tell us what the issues were with flooding. It's right there on the county website. Anybody can go pull it up right now. You basically just put flooding in Augusta. It pops up right there on the county website. And some of the things they talked about was development causes it, because as you kind of develop areas, District 7 being one, downtown being another, it causes basically a lot of your sediment and things to move. So that causes a problem. So one of the things they said was, as you start building, you have to make sure that you kind of build it correctly. So as we do new development, we have to make sure we have developers on notice that they need to do that in a way that won't cause flooding. Number two, a lot of our areas are just overflowing with trash. They also mentioned that in that study. That is something we can obviously tackle immediately and get those areas kind of, cleaned up to where the water can flow through. And then also we're outdated. A lot of all of our ducts are just outdated. They're old.
Right. That's
and we don't even realize how old they are. And so we need to expand those. And so of course one of the things that's been produced is a stormwater tax fee. Of course everybody hates the word taxes, but here's what you have to realize about that. You're not going to be able to attract really good businesses to the city if when you have strong rains, parts of your city are underwater. That's just going to be problematic. So in some extent, we always want to try to stay away from taxes, but we have to realize that the benefit down the road can be so much better.
Right,
The bigger
picture.
The bigger picture. Because one of the things is people say it's a 100-year storm. And in this study that's right there, it's not a 100-year storm. What it really is every 100 rains, it has the potential to basically cause this flooding.
Okay.
So when we say, or elected officials may say, oh, it's a 100-year storm, nobody could predict it, that's not accurate, because actually over the last 10 years we've had 12 of these type storms. Because it's not every 100 years, it's every 100 rains. So we've got to address this issue. We have to get on top of it.
Well, I like the fact that you have done your homework. He's actually, obviously, you see that it's not just about talking or saying things that sometimes sound good, but he's actually researched this. You've taken time out to go and learn about what's physically going on. You're out there, you're in the streets, and you're visiting the people in the district, so you actually see what's happening, and then you've taken the time to try to figure out a solution. What are some other major issues in your district, though, that need to be
Some of the
addressed?
other major issues when we talk about like downtown, for instance, one of the things we need to do to build it up is actually get persons living there, especially right there on Broad Street. We're building up different condos and stuff. We've had trouble putting people in there. So let's talk about how we can do that. One of the things we can do as a locality is develop tax credits to where you can offer it to persons to buy homes, to buy these condos. So imagine if you have a young couple coming in who's coming to work for the solicitor's office or DA's office. That's something that young people want to do. They would love to live downtown. They get like a tax credit either on their upfront money or a tax credit over the first couple of years that they live in there, and that's going to be an incentive for them to move in because you're trying to attract those younger crowds of people. Well, how do you do that? Sometimes you got to offer them some type of incentive to do it. So that's one way you can actually start building up that area as far as persons living there on that Broad Street area.
Okay.
Now, of course, we have to look at a lot of dilapidated homes. And this is what I mean by District 9. It has so many different challenges and things we have to go to. Let's look at it. The dilapidated home situation, the county is kind of addressing that, but we have to do a lot better on what we're doing there. Why is that? Because not only is it an eyesore, it's also health concerns. It's also health concerns to the residents that stay there. Here's your house here, and the next house is a house that's basically open. No one living there, but yet it has rats, yet it has infestation. That becomes a problem. And let's also not forget it also had drugs that are possibly in that home. So that's another issue that we have to kind of deal with. And the county's kind of addressed it, but we can do a little bit better.
Okay. Well, I know we can't get into all the issues, but you have covered a lot. You really told us what you think the concerns may be and how you can, rectify those things. Right. So what we would like to do is to thank you for coming on the Kim's Corner TV show.
Thank you for having me.
Your information, check out Harold Jones' website. You can give him a call. Think about everything that he said today and vote accordingly. Thanks for staying with us. We now have Deanna Brown Thomas. Quite sure everybody knows Deanna. She's the daughter of James Brown. And we are going to talk about some really interesting stuff. Deanna, thank you for coming on the Kim's Corner TV show.
Thank you for having me. I got to tell y'all, this is my girlfriend for so many years, and I'm so proud of her doing what she's doing. And I wish you nothing but Godspeed, because this town needs a show like you have and a person like yourself on TV. So congratulations.
Thank you. She's sweet. I love her. So talk to us about JAMP.
Oh, wow. That is the love of my life. Other than my husband, Sean.
There you go.
But that has been the love of my life lately. I tell you, Kim, if someone would have asked me 10 years ago, what are you going to be doing? I'd have said radio, television, film, what I was doing.
Right.
But this is something that Dad talked about for so many years. Mm-hmm. He talked about how when they start taking prayer and music out of the schools, mm-hmm. you're going to see young kids out here killing one another. And unfortunately, this is what we have to see on TV all the time. Mm-hmm. So this is an opportunity to do something that Dad talked about for so long, because music is important. When we went to school, it was core. You had to take it along with math mm-hmm. and English and science. Well, it's been documented that music education helps young kids with math and with science and reading. So I've partnered up with C.H. Terrell Academy, and I've been so blessed to have a home for JAMP there. Where they have academics, we have brought in the music education. So this is open to students throughout the CSRA.
Okay.
And there's, of course, information at jamesbrownfamilyfdn.org, or they could always call the school, C.H. Terrell Academy.
Okay.
But we have students from pre-kindergarten all the way up to 12th grade.
Wow.
And it is year-round. We meet at the school 3 days a week, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. And then in the summer, we're Monday through Thursday.
Okay.
And we have Keith Jenkins is our maestro. He was my father's guitarist and music director for over 15 years.
Wow.
So he brings a lot of great, interesting stories, a lot of great teachings that he got directly from my father on stage, and he's able to pass it down to these young kids. The performance group, JAMP Masters, and JAMP stands for James Brown Academy of Music Pupils.
I was going to say, make sure you say that again.
James Brown Academy of Music Pupils.
Okay.
The live performance group, the JAMP Masters, are age 7 to 18, and they are playing real instruments. We have horn section. We got a funky horn section. We got trumpet player, saxophone player, trombone player. We've got piano player, guitars, bass players, drummer, and they're playing real live instruments. They've had the opportunity to perform at a Prince festival when he performed at a concert in Chicago this past September.
Really?
Yes, at the United Center. All these thousands of people came in the concourse, and the kids were right there performing when they came in. They had a chance to open at Westaboo Festival with Janelle Monáe, Maceo Parker. So they've had some wonderful opportunities. Okay. However, the idea of this is to teach.
Yes. Yes.
Music education,
yes.
sight reading, instrumentation. But there's also a place for discipline. Okay. Because this allows these kids to, when they finish with their schoolwork, they got something else to keep them busy. And I must say, it's wonderful to see the kids enjoy what they learn.
Yeah.
And some of these kids have come in, they knew one instrument, now they know two.
Wow.
They came in, they didn't know how to, they knew how to play the instrument, but they maybe didn't know how to read the notes. Now they're learning how to read the notes.
Okay.
We have a gentleman by the name of Mr. Ernie Childress, who is a music theory student at Augusta State University, who comes in and teaches the children music theory. They're learning how to write their own songs.
Okay.
And they are learning, they're learning about themselves too.
Okay.
Because the talent that they have is amazing. Augusta has got talent.
Oh, of course they do. Now, if somebody wants to get in contact or somebody wants to get like specifically, say, do they just go straight to Terrell Academy?
They can
Do
go
they
to
the
Terrell
website?
Academy, which is located at 817 12th Street in Augusta.
And this, you guys, it's going to be on the website on the end of the show, I'm sorry, as well. You'll see the website, you'll see the phone number, and of course she's giving you the address, which is
817 12th Street.
12th Street.
Yes, or call 706-736-6216 or the foundation, jamesbrownfamilyfdn.org. And we don't hold auditions because we like to bring in the student and the parent and really find out what they want.
Okay. Briefly, Deanna, I want you to tell me something about your good news that we have an exclusive on.
Oh, yes, it is the biopic, life story of my father. There's going to be a movie. Imagine Entertainment, Brian Grazer of Imagine Entertainment, and Mick Jagger Productions have teamed up and partnered to do this biopic on my father. This is going to be an opportunity where future generations will be able to see why he was the godfather of soul and why he was respected as Mr. James Brown in the music industry. So we are so happy, and you never know, we'll probably have some filming right here in Augusta, Georgia.
We're also going to be doing a lot more with Deanna and Jam in the near future, okay? So thanks for joining us. Thanks for staying with the Kim's Corner TV show. Deanna Brown Thomas. On Facebook, you've been asking for the doctor's orders, and now I have it. So stay tuned to Dr. Richard Epter with Augusta Pain Center.
I'm Dr. Richard Epter at the Augusta Pain Center, and I just wanted to talk to you a little bit today about chronic pain management and the different types of pain that you may encounter in daily life. Chronic pain is a chronic disease, and as such it should be treated as any chronic disease process. It should be assessed properly and treated properly, and it is considered as our heart disease, lung disease, diabetes, and high blood pressure a chronic disease that needs to be followed on a long-term basis. Many patients that are out there will suffer tremendously day to day, are unable to function normally, and are very frustrated with the lack of treatment options that they may know about. So I'm here today to talk to you about these things. As a chronic pain patient, you want to treat this in a multidisciplinary fashion. With a multidisciplinary approach, we utilize therapy such as aquatic therapy and physical therapy, along with medications, behavioral management, which looks at many different aspects of how we can better help you, in addition to interventional procedures that help to diagnose and treat chronic pain. There are a lot of different types of pain that can be treated. That includes the most common, which is low back and neck pain, but also other things such as headaches, pain after back or neck surgery, spinal arthritis, joint pain, arthritis of the hips, the knees, the shoulders, and a number of other things that we may encounter in day-to-day life. Aquatic therapy helps to make one more buoyant, and with decreasing the weight that you may have on land, a lot of patients are able to start off in an easier fashion and able to achieve some type of movement and progress so that they then can be moved to land for physical therapy. Our goals with therapy is basically to increase your ability to have an improved range of motion, to have more strength and endurance, and to be able to achieve things on a day-to-day basis that you weren't able to do previously. One very important aspect of multidisciplinary pain management is behavioral pain management, and that assesses a patient's ability to see how this affects their life. There are a number of patients out there, when they go to different physicians, are told, this is in your head, or you're crazy, that can't be. That's just not so. Much of the time, what we're able to see is that there are explanations for why you have pain in the fashion that you do. Behavioral pain management assesses many different things for patients that allows us to better guide medication management, as well as different types of procedures that are available to help with chronic pain. Another excellent alternative for patients with chronic pain is interventional pain management. There are a number of different procedures that are available for the diagnosis and treatment of chronic pain conditions, and these are often unknown to many people. Diagnostic interventions are so important because what they do is help to identify a specific pain generator. In order to have the most successful outcome, you need to know what you're treating. Diagnostic interventions that are performed here at the Augusta Pain Center include those that are performed under either X-ray guidance or ultrasound guidance. And what that does is it allows us to isolate a nerve or a structure such as a joint and place a very small amount of medication on that nerve or structure and help to identify if that truly is what is causing your pain. This is often not done in other institutions, but when this is performed appropriately and correctly, what happens is we're able to identify the specific structure or problem that you've got so that we can better treat it. Therapeutic procedures are performed in order to provide a prolonged duration of relief. Some of the procedures that we do actually will provide relief for months or even years. We do a number of different spinal procedures, things such as epidural injections, facet procedures that treat spinal arthritis of the neck, the back, or the low back area. We do other procedures that help with different types of pain syndromes that may be sympathetically mediated. Other procedures that are done for more complex issues, including pain after back or neck surgery, include spinal cord stimulation. This is a very technologically advanced area that has tremendously improved over the past 20 years with the advent of computers. These types of procedures are performed on an outpatient basis, and it actually places a lead in the spinal area that can provide electrical current to help overdrive pain or block pain after having different types of spinal surgery. This is a long-term solution for many patients who have not been aware that this modality exists. Again, the key to success is an accurate diagnosis. And again, once we utilize diagnostic nerve blockade, we are able to determine specifically what is causing your pain so that we can better treat you. Our goal is to provide you with the longest duration of relief, promote activity, and provide you with the best quality of life. For more information, you can visit our website at AugustaPainCenter.com, or you can come see me and the staff at the Augusta Pain Center.
And now it's time for Kim's Corner Food for Your Soul. Although we've had a wide variety of guests on the show today, there's one thing that they all have in common. We have positive people looking to become the solution to the challenges. So I challenge you today to get out there, build bridges, win friends, and influence people in a positive way. Thanks. This program is intended for educational purposes and entertainment only. Any views or opinions expressed and any advice given by the host or guest should not be considered as counseling or therapeutic advice. Please seek medical attention if needed.